What's up, world? It's your boy Blastoff back again, man. Yeah, I last talked to you guys and I had a good show with shout out to Mr. Larry and Stafford again, man, for stepping in and showing love and coming on the show, man, and giving us a piece of that real talk that we hear from him throughout the years. Um, we had our guesses on the game with the Packers, the preview of the Packers that day, and it went pretty much what I said needed to happen for us to win, and so we didn't pull that off. We didn't have that. Um, you know, we didn't have that go our way because we made mistakes. O line played horrible, and that day I didn't get to watch the game visually because I had to work, but I did. You know, I was able to um, listen to it on the headphones, and I mean, you can. It's like reading a book. You can imagine just from hearing what I heard how horrible of a game it was as far as execution and clean style play, and uh, I went back and watched the game, and I just seen a lot of miscues and looked like they weren't in sync, especially as the O line, man. They tripping and falling over each other and missing assignments and whatever, and it was a crazy game. You go up to a place like that you very rarely have ever won, if at all, there. And I think we have won once there or twice, I don't know. But you got to break those stigmas against top tier competition, because the Packers, make no mistake about it, are Super Bowl contenders. Um, One thing that stood out to me is the fact that our quarterback has probably hadn't had a game like this in the history of his college career period, and to the maybe high school, maybe and so for surely the pros. Dude had only 84 yards passing, and no touchdowns. Tank Dell had zero no. What did Tank Dell have? I don't even think Tank had no. Tank had no receptions. Um, he dropped one in the end zone that hit him in the hands that he would usually make. Uh, Kenyon Green, he folded again, man. I don't know what they're gonna do with that guy. He got it, man. I'm just hoping that this turns out to be like a storybook. Where it starts out, because we need these struggles to go on, and it would be just the narrative that we have out that we putting doubts in people's minds by the way we perform against top competition. Because like I said, games like the Patriots games like the today's Colts games, Jaguars games, to me those are but games. Yeah, but you beating them. Yeah, but you expected to beat them. We got to go to New York next week, and we got to go to New York next week, and have us a fight, man, on our hands, with the Jets, and that's a tough place to play. Aaron Rodgers is there. They just got Devontae Adams signed, and Hassan Riddick has just re-signed, so he went on ahead and signed his contract or whatever. So it's not going to be easy, and those guys are fighting for playoff positioning, even though they're now, I believe, to be 3-4 or 2-5 or something like that. But yeah, man, we got a hard road ahead, and then not to mention, soon as next week, so we got the big bad, Detroit Lions coming into town, man. It's gonna be a fireworks type of game. It's gonna be incredible. It's gonna be amazing, and I don't know what else to tell you, but the fact that we are going to need to be getting into form now. It ain't no more time to waste. No more time for hiccups. Bobby Slowick saying that it's on him and this and that, and like I said, I get it why people were upset with him and upset with the offensive play calling and the formations, and now I've been hearing about the tightness, how they all grouped in, bunched in together on that line, instead of spreading them out. You got all these wide receivers, make them, make the defense work. Because now they're teeing off on CJ. They utilized that Vikings game as game tape to see what they could do. And if you have a team that can get pressure, they're going to use it. So you best believe that that's what's going to be coming for the next 3-4 games straight. And yes, Stroud is elite against the blitz, but his O-line hasn't been elite against the blitz. So we're gonna have to put some things together, man. Today I expect a W, but the Colts are coming in here at 4-3, one game behind us, and they're looking to tie this division up, man. I think Anthony Richardson gets his start back today, if I wasn't mistaken. Joe Flacco been doing his thing, and I'd rather see Anthony, to be honest with you, than Joe. And even though Joe, been sitting at home and whatnot, Joe done pulled him back within company. Joe been balling for those guys, and he's got them back in the race. When it looked like they were out of it. If they one game behind, they're going to come in here hungry. And they do well here. I seen an article by John Harris saying that we don't do well with them here, and that I think in his article, I wish I could pull it up here, but I don't have the time. But I think he was saying that our last here with them was a comeback win in 2019. But I beg to differ. I could have sworn that we beat them, to get C.J. Stroud, and it was it? Well, maybe that was an Indianapolis game. That was true, but I believe we beat them here in the playoffs. Oh well, the game headed into the playoffs, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. I think that when John knows what he's talking about, so I'm guessing that game was in Indianapolis last year in front of their crowd. But yeah, man, we're just gonna have to come out and play clean and not give up ground. We held Jonathan Taylor, I think, about 50 yards or so, 56 yards or so last game. We're just gonna have to get that pressure. We're gonna need Will. We now have Danico Autry, and he's a very, very good defensive tackle. And so we got him coming from three ways that we know we're going to get pressure from, at least the three ways from the center and the edges between Will and Hunter. So we gonna figure this thing out, man. And let's see what we got today. I got to make this one short. I can't make it too long. I just wanted to be able to come in and give my predictions on the game today. And I'll be sure to follow up after today's game. We're gonna have to have a clean game, no penalties, or very limited penalties, and nothing over the top. Let's not give up a big play over the top, guys. We've been lucky, like I said, over the course of some games to not do that, but they've been able to attack us in that way. And sometimes these guys on the other side of the ball are dropping their opportunities. But I expect the team has had the time to self-reflect. The O-line has had the time to self-reflect because CJ was getting killed out there, man. And, we need to know that this O-line has his back. He's a good guy. He almost brought the game back, even though he had a low stat game that game. We had an opportunity to go for a go-ahead touchdown, but we still – was able to take the lead with like a minute or so left. But, the Green Bay was able to get downfield and kick a field goal to win it. But yeah, man, I'm predicting today, Texans, 20, let's say 28-24, Colts, 28-24 Texans. They pull it out. And they get the win, and we go on back, getting ready for New York. But shout out to everybody that tap into the Real Texans Talk, man. We're gonna keep this thing rolling. I gotta get out of here. I gotta, hit the job today, so I'm gonna be listening in on the radio, and we'll be able to touch bases after this game, man. I'll be sure to do a recap or whatnot, as I always do. And again, I appreciate you guys for tapping in with your boy Darryl Blastoff. I am your host, man, and y'all stay tapped in. Go to YouTube, sign up, like, subscribe, man. Keep up with a fellow Texans fan that likes to, keep it in the community. And if you're not a Texans fan, that's okay too. Put your comments down, whatever trash talk you got. We know we got these Jets fans coming up and these Lions fans coming in here deep. And man, I will be in the house. So y'all stay tapped in, man, and we appreciate you here at Blastoff Entertainment, man. I am your host, Darryl Blastoff, and appreciate you guys tipping in again, and y'all have a blessed one, man.